Versatile Infotainment provides thousands of informative videos of our viewers. If you want more informative videos, please like and subscribe our channel. So let's go our topic.
For many years, one of the most well-known and well-liked superstars in the world has been Will Smith, an actor, producer of motion pictures, and rapper. Will Smith's net worth is $350 million of this writing. Will Smith makes at least $40 million a year from his different ventures, and in certain years, he has made up to $80 million. For instance, Will made $45 million from his different ventures between June 2019 and June 2020, mostly from film salaries. In the 2000s, Will made between $20 and $30 million a picture at the height of his career. He has received enormous pay from Netflix for a single picture in recent years. It has been stated that he received $20 million for the Netflix film Bright in 2017 and $35 million for its follow-up. He made $60 million, an embarrassing Academy Award, with bonuses for King Richard. He has a bit of a social media following as well. Will has almost 63 million Instagram followers, 9.8 million YouTube subscribers, and 72.8 million TikTok followers as of this writing. Important information. Broke during the Fresh Prince filming. Shy? Yeah. Us withheld 70 of his salary for the first 3 seasons. Eventually rose to become the world's best paid actor, taking home hundreds of millions of dollars from movie paychecks. Made $100 million alone from MIB3. Required $100 million stayed with spouse Jada. Earned $60 million for King Richard. $35 million was earned for Emancipation. Early years. Will Smith, the son of a school administrator and refrigerator engineer, was born and reared in West Philadelphia from humble means. An early acquaintance of his was Jeffrey Allen Towns, a well-liked neighborhood disc jockey who went on to become known as DJ Jazzy Jeff. They happened to meet when Jeff wanted a hype man for a show down the street. Smith leapt at the opportunity, and the two clicked right away. In the end, they would come together to form DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Russell Simmons signed them to a record deal at Def Jam Records in 1986 when they were discovered. Released in 1987, Rock the House was their debut album. The record became a gold record. Released in 1988, He's the DJ, I'm the Rapper was their second album. More than 3 million copies were sold during its peak of popularity. Together, the two would put out 5 albums. Will won the inaugural Grammy for the then-new rap category in 1988. Ayers Issues. Oh, steady. I know. Will Smith made about $10 million from his music career between 1988 and 1990. Will spent his money like it was going out of style, thinking that the good days would never end. He bought jewels, clothes, automobiles, homes, and a lot more. Not only did he pamper himself, but he also showered his friends and relatives. Regretfully, listeners were starting to get sick of Will and Jazzy Jeff around the time he received the Grammy. Suddenly, people began mocking their radio-friendly tracks, calling them rap sellouts. Sadly, Will was also not filing his taxes throughout the prosperous days. Will was notified at the age of 21 that he had failed to pay $2.08 million in taxes throughout his affluent years. After accounting for inflation, that equates to debt of about $6 million. Speaking in a 2018 interview on his difficult years, Smith remarked, "Being famous and broke is a shitty combination because you're still famous and people recognize you, but they recognize you while you're sitting next to them on the bus." During this period, Quincy Jones, a super producer, approached Will about appearing in a TV series. At first, Will angrily refused to be the lead in a sitcom on television. He was so afraid that this would expose him as an even bigger sellout. On the bright side, though, the job paid well. Salary increases would result upon a second season renewal of the show. Will agreed to star in the recently titled series The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air with the artist's not-so-subtle urging. Additionally, the IRS set up a garnishment of 70 of Will's pay until his obligation was settled in full. In a subsequent interview with 60 Minutes, years after his early TV days, Will shared the following memories. The IRS withheld 70% of my checks for the first 3 years of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, And after the third year, I received my money back in full. Having that type of prosperity and having to live a secretly impoverished life is all. Movie star! Riding high after his successful sitcom, Will secured a $500,000 contract to feature in the critically acclaimed film 6 Degrees of Separation in 1993. With a $2 million check for co-starring in the smash action comedy Bad Boys, his film career started off in a huge manner in 1995. He would receive $20 million to star in the follow-up years later. Smith's movies have brought in over $9.03 billion in revenue globally as of 2023. Largest payrolls. Between 1993 and 2013, Will made $200 million in movie wages and bonuses over a 20-year period. His movie earnings as of this writing easily exceed $300 million. If some of his claimed back-end arrangements turn out to be true, they might even be considerably higher. Will's largest known paycheck was $20 million in upfront money and $80 million in back-end points from Men in Black 3 in 2013. This was made possible by his 10 share of the film's earnings. Additionally, he apparently shared in 20 of the profits from Hancock, Bad Boys 2, and Pursuit of Happiness. However, it's likely that he received 20 of net profits rather than gross, which would mean very different amounts. From those 4 films alone, he would have made $355 million if he had gross points. 2007 saw Will receive $25 million for the film I Am Legend. His $28 million upfront payment for I, Robot was his biggest. He received $20 million in 2018 as a star of Netflix's Bright. Will reportedly receive $35 million from Netflix to play the same character in Bright 2. Smith received an upfront payment of $20 million for the 2021 film King Richard. Warner Brothers decided to release COVID without a significant theatrical run, instead releasing it on its streaming channel, HBO Max. Warner Brothers handed Smith a $40 million to offset the millions he would have received in movie ticket back-end points. His $60 million total salary for the movie now stands at that point. Will Smith received an upfront payment of $35 million for the movie Emancipation. A list of some of Will Smith's movie earnings in bullet points is provided below. Bad Boys, $2 million. $5 million. Men in Black, $5 million. The Enemy of the Stake, a $14 million Miles. Wild Wild Wows, $7 million. $10 million. I Want a I Signed $20 million. Men in Black 2, $20 million, 10 of gross. Bad Boys, $20 million and 20 of gross. I, Robot, $28 million. $15 million. Planning $20 million. Sure. $10 million, 20s of gross. I'm Legend, $25 million. Hancock, $20 million, 20 of gross. Wow, $10 million. Bright Tussin, $35 million. King Richard, $60 million. I Emancipus, $5 million. Career in music. Smith never stopped doing music, and he recorded 4 solo albums, 2 of which have achieved platinum status, while working on his movies concurrently. Men in Black and Gettin' Jiggy Witted, 2 of Smith's many popular singles, won him 2 consecutive Grammy Awards for Best Rap Solo Performance. Honors. Smith received 2 Academy Award nominations for his portrayals of actual people. Chris Gardner in The Pursuit of Happiness and Muhammad Ali in Ali. Smith has won 4 MTV Movie Awards, 2 People's Choice Awards, 1 Image Award, and 2 BET Awards. Individual life. With his spouse, Jada Pinkett, whom he married in 1997, Will has 2 children, Jaden Smith and Willow Smith. Their children work in the entertainment business, along with his first wife, Sherry Ann Pino. He also has a son, Trey. Will Smith came onto the stage at the 94th Academy Awards and gave comedian and presenter Chris Rock a hard smack for making a joke about Smith's wife's shaved head. Smith left the Academy in April 2022, and the organization said that he would not be allowed to attend any Oscar galas or related events for 10 years. Because of the debate and incident, Will had to postpone a number of his initiatives. Real estate. In the United States, Will and Jada own about 10 properties. The following is a synopsis of their most noteworthy past and present properties. Will and Jada invested $7.05 million in 1999 to purchase a magnificent 100-acre estate in the Californian hillsides between Malibu and Calabasas. They acquired many adjacent lots throughout the course of the following year in order to connect 150 acres of contiguous land. A 20,000 square foot main house, multiple guest buildings, a private lake, equestrian trails, a horse riding ring, tennis courts, stables, and much more are all included on the property. The home also features a recording studio where Willow Smith recorded her breakthrough song, Whip My Hair, and a meditation lounge, as well as a retractable skylight in the main living space. A man-made lake, a lagoon-style swimming pool, tennis, basketball, and volleyball courts, as well as many facilities for lounging while you're not playing, are all located outside of Jada and Will Smith's home. After falling in love with actor Gene Hackman's Santa Fe home, they constructed the property in the Santa Fe style. In reality, they engaged the Santa Fe architect of Hackman for the project, which took years to begin because of permit requirements and environmental concerns. They discreetly put the home up for $42 million in 2013, but were unable to locate a buyer. This property alone is probably valued between $50 and $70 million now. Will and Jada sold their 7-acre Kauai seaside compound for $12 million in 2017. For $10 million, they purchased the multi-home property in 2015. They sold Ekaterina Rybolovlev, the daughter of Russian billionaire Dmitry Rybolovlev, a 7-acre oceanfront property in Hawaii in 2011 for $20 million. They also own a 9,200 square foot ski chalet in Park City, Utah, and a 9,000 square foot house in the gated neighborhood of Hidden Hills, California. A little over $11 million was paid by Will and Jada in September 2021 for a 10,400 square foot house in Hidden Hills, California. We know of at least $100 million worth of real estate owned by the Smiths worldwide. In brief, Will Smith is worth $350 million in total, with hundreds of millions of dollars in moved salary alone. He is among the highest paid actors in the past 20 years. Will and his spouse, Jada, have a remarkable real estate holdings portfolio that spans the entire nation.